Hey family, welcome to the Future of Bodybuilding Podcast. I am your host, Cut Nice 50, and it's time for the 2022 Mr. Olympia predictions. Rounding off with my top 16. This year will be unpredictable and anyone can get it wrong. But if everyone is on point, these are my top picks. Let's get it started. If you are an Olympia, you are simply the best in the world and you should be appreciated just for making it to the Olympia. Rounding off with my number one pick, Big Ramy. All his updates is looking phenomenal, and he's coming in bigger, better, and in shape. But if he's not on point, my next guy, number 2, brandoncurry, definitely can take him out. Last year was a close call, and Brandon almost won the Olympia to regain the title. But this year, if he's coming in bigger, better, and improved, he still might be able to take out Big Ramy. Next, William Bonac, who showed us at 2022 Arnold Classic that he's almost back to his prime time shape. If he's coming back bigger and better, he definitely can beat all of these guys like he did before. Rounding off with my number 4 pick is Hadi Chupin. I got Hadi in 4th simply because he's a little smaller in stature, but I think he's going to come in a little bigger and his condition is not as going to be just like his normal phase. We all know prejudging is not his best package, but the finals, he always show up lights out. So let's go with it. My number 5 pick, and this one's going to be a close one, Nickwalker, who definitely can jump up to that top 3 if everything lines up and he's on point. But right now I got Nick in 5th place. I just don't think he's ready to enter that top 3 just yet, but we're going to see what the judges think. He is a different monster. Next, number 6, I'm going with hunterlabrada. His shape is undeniable, and he has the mass with the class. Just because his structure, he's in pictures, he looks a little smaller than what he actually is, but on stage, he's just a monster. Now we have a newcomer on the scene, Darius Lunsford. I think he's going to come in on this number 7 pick. Just with his shape is undeniable, but I don't think he's going to have that classic signature conditioning as we used to in that 212. Even though he's going to come in bigger, fuller, I think Derek is one to watch, and he definitely will make waves coming for the 2023 Olympia and so forth. So it was a great decision and a great pick for him entering this year. Next, which is slightly controversial, is andrewjacked. I just think with his shape, size, it's just undeniable. He's going to win most front shots. People just questioning about the back. I seen Nick Strength and Power kind of doubting the guy seeing, but he's more realistic. He knows he's going to place top 10. He knows he need to improve, and he's definitely going to make waves next year. Next, we're going with Ian Belair. Ian is always be consistent with the shape, size, conditioning. So if any of these guys slips, he's going to go ahead and take this space and probably jump in that top 5 if they're not 100%. Now we're going with my number 10 pick, who is Samson Dada, who's improving. I just don't know if his size is going to hold up once he starts getting shredded, or is he going to be shredded from behind just like the top 5 or top 6 guys. Next, my number 11 pick, I'm going with Akeem the Beast Williams, who can definitely take out any of these guys in that top 5 if he comes in shape. That's just a question. He's battled a lot of injuries. He was in a car accident. But if this guy is 100%, he's definitely going to prove why he was in that top 6 before. Now we're going with James Hollingshead. I think his first time out in the Mr. Olympia at 2021 Olympia, he kind of messed up on his peak. But this year, I think he's figured out the right formula for him. He done overcame a lot of adversity. And I think he's going to place in that top 12 and possibly even higher. Now we're going with Charles Griffin. This guy has so much mass on his frame. Even though he has structural flaws, he's improved them and one of the best vacuums in open with the mass that he has. So I think every time he plays, either was higher, but this time it's a tough round, and I think he's going to pull ahead of my next guy, who's number 14, Blessing Awabadibu. Blessing has a phenomenal front poses. I just don't know if he made the improvements in his legs. I've seen a recent update, and it's not, his back is always amazing. His front is amazing. He just doesn't have the legs to match his phenomenal upper body, which generally a lot of taller guys always struggle with. But this guy should be proud of himself. for his first Olympia out. Next, we're going with Rafael Brando. Now, Rafael, we just don't know how he's going to stack up. He's on the taller side. I just don't think he's going to have the mass to hang with these guys. It is bodybuilding after all. Even though he has a nice shape, structure, everything else, he's the same height as Blessing and all these other guys. But 20 pounds lighter, 15 pounds is not going to be able to cut it with these mass monsters in the Olympia today. Now, my number 16 pick, and all these can change, is Mikhail Krizo. I'm not too impressed with Mikhail. I see him. He has a great shape. He reminds me of a guy I used to know in bodybuilding who comes in bigger than ever. He's just not going to have the conditioning or stamina to hang with these big guys. Hey, that's rounding up with the top 16 for this year Olympia. Man, it's going to be unpredictable, but I guarantee you it's going to be one you want to watch. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and follow. It's your boy.